Pep has always prided himself that him and the club are bigger than any one player. So if you want to leave, leave, because you are replaceable. And we've seen many players leave. Gundogan, Mahrez, several players have left. Sterling, and City have still gone on to win, which means that they're never reliant on any one player. If you let go of Alvarez, this might be a mistake. So, this is the situation we now have. This is where we're at right now. Shout out to your boy Fab. So, Alvarez's agents will be in Europe next week to discuss with Man City. So, obviously, this week. City can let him leave if Alvarez wants to go, but only for an important fee, as City won't accept bids in the region of 40-50 mil. PSG and Atletico calling Alvarez agent since June. Here's the reality of the matter here. You see, when I say what's up in a World Cup, it's different. So once Alvarez announced himself at that World Cup, playing a pivotal role in his country's World Cup dub, people are like, oh no, this is now a point A striker. This is now a top tier striker. To perform that well and to come that clutch to the World Cup, it's different. It's different. So once you do that at a World Cup, I want to be first option. I'm not a side chick. I'm not a mistress. I'm wifey. Once I say what's up at the World Cup, I'm wifey. I'm wifey. Okay? I want to be treated as a wife. I want to be treated as a queen. So Alvarez, there's an Alvarez issue here. Because at the moment in time, based on the situation, and we'll get into the situation, Alvarez is not an option A. And Alvarez knows how good he is. Football guys know how good he is. So in his mind, he's like, how am I a bench player? And how am I not a first choice striker for any top team? In a world that has very few strikers and is looking for forwards, Alvarez starts for any top tier team in today's world, based on the lack of strikers we have in today's world. So that's the issue. Because if I'm Alvarez and I don't have assurances from Pep that I can be a guaranteed starter, I'm looking for another club. Because Alvarez is too good to be a bench player. He's too good to be a bench player. He's too good. And he knows that I can't be living in this situation. But this is the reality of the matter. Julian, it's not really going to change. Because, yes, he's a tree trunk. Yes, he moves at the speed of a freaking anvil. He is a goal-scoring phenom. As long as Erling Haaland is at City, Alvarez cannot be a first-choice striker. Haaland is a first-choice striker, and it is what it is, because he may be a footballing brick. He may fail the eye test with a 8 or 9% eye test score, but Haaland is arguably the best goal scorer in football right now. In terms of just a pure goal scorer, he is the best pure goal scorer in football today, right now. So Alvarez has a problem. And to go even further, people will say, oh, well, good striker. Hey, let's, let's have an Henri Trezeguet. Let's have an Andy Cole, Dwight York. They don't work together. And it's clear it doesn't work together. Pep knows they don't work together. But specifically, Alvarez knows it doesn't work together. Because Alvarez, whenever he plays with Haaland, it doesn't work. When Alvarez plays by himself, he looks better. When Alvarez now has to play with Haaland, structurally, it just doesn't work. So we have a problem. Because Pep is benching Haaland. You're not benching a guy who is the best goal scorer in football. And they don't work together. So we have an issue. And my thing is, City can survive without Alvarez. Like how much did Alvarez really play, and how much did Alvarez really contribute to City winning the league? Not that much. So if Alvarez was to leave, it'd be fine. But the thing though is, we know how good Alvarez is. We didn't know how good Cole Palmer was. So Pep was like, wow, I didn't know this guy was going to be this good. Gundogan was getting older. Mars was getting older. Sterling pretty much fell off a cliff and became a brick. So all those other guys who left, Pep knew that, oh, I can survive. But Pep knows how good Alvarez is. And what you need is a squad. So, to win a treble, to have full control, because what Pep wants, he wants full domination. He wants to be Thanos. So he wants to win everything. He wasn't happy just winning the league. He wants to win the league, the cup, and the Champions League. And to do that, you need a squad. You need everybody chipping in. So he knows that I can't allow this guy to go because this guy is very good and it's quality. And in a world where there are very few forwards, I don't know what other forward to get, but it's the reality. If I'm Alvarez, this is what I'd advise Alvarez. Go to Pep and have a convo and say to Pep, can I have assurances that I will have a good chunk of time as a starter? If I don't have those assurances, then I have to go. Because the way it currently is, it only harms Alvarez. Because I'm sorry, Alvarez, you're not playing ahead of Haaland. It's not. I'm sorry. Haaland will play ahead of you. And Alvarez knows that the only way I can be the best of me is I play as a solitary striker. Me and Haaland don't work together. We simply don't work. And Pep doesn't play a two-striker system. So when Haaland plays, Alvarez plays as an attacking midfielder and number 10, a bit restricted. So they don't even play really as a two, because that's not how Pep originates. So I think the only reality is Alvarez has to leave, because I don't understand a world where Alvarez gets a good chunk of time as the first choice striker while Haaland is still at the club. And Haaland ain't leaving City anytime soon. So, look, as I said right now, again, look, if you're Alvarez, you want to be a first choice striker. You want to be first choice. You want to be the main man. You're a World Cup winner. You were one of the best performers at that World Cup. You were one of the stars of that World Cup. So you're like, bro, show me some damn respect. So for a World Cup winner who was arguably the best forward at that World Cup, you're like, bro, I want to be a starter. So because bro, now Barca, I don't know whether they have levers. If this guy goes to Barca, we're having a very different. If Alvarez is at Barcelona and they don't have to rely on that geriatric from Warsaw, we're having a very different convo. If he goes to Atleti, that'd be huge. Of course, you're a full-on starter after they dispose of that bomb Morata. Now, with PSG, it's a bit tricky because PSG may be going for Osimhen. So you have to see how they're going there. But see, if I was advising Alvarez and Pep can't give me assurances that I can be a starter, I have to look for a place where, because Barca, especially with what happened with Vitor Roque, Lewandowski, the guy's old, you're going to be a bona fide starter. At worst, you'll be played out wide in a system that suits you a lot more. Because for Barca, they could play him wide left. I don't know how well they will, but they could play, especially in the Hansi Flick system that's a lot more offensive, a lot more aggressively attacking. He could work either as a wide left forward or as the main striker if they dispose of Lewandowski, which they should. Let's put it, if Barca gets Alvarez, get rid of that bomb as Lewandowski, bro. Come on, the guy's a geriatric, with all due disrespect. I don't know whether Atleti have the funds, because see, now the issue here is money. Barca, if with the kind of money that City will be asking for, Barca can't afford it. No. There's no lever or levers that exist for Barca to afford it. I don't think Atleti can afford it. So the only guys that can really afford him is PSG. So it makes things difficult, because if he does want to go, the fee is going to be very high. Which brings something very interesting. Arsenal. Arsenal have the money. But the question remains, will Pep agree to sell Alvarez to Arsenal? No. Because people say, oh no, Pep, he has no issue selling players to rivals. Certain players. Bro, Arsenal have been within single digits of City twice. So they are close. You give Arsenal Alvarez, Arsenal win the league. If Arsenal gets Alvarez, I believe Arsenal win the league. Especially with how Alvarez plays and how Arsenal plays, and Odegaard supplying Alvarez, and Odegaard, Alvarez, Martinelli, and Saka. Oh, then we have a real title race. Then Arsenal can realistically win that damn league. I do not see any world or scenario where Pep is that stupid to sell Alvarez to Arsenal. No, heck no. It's not happening. Like they'll give him some scrub or some sideshow. No. I just do not see that scenario happening. Because let's be real, Pep, so because I started the video by saying, look, Pep has always prided himself up like, no, we are not reliant on any one player. If you want to leave, leave. We can replace you. If Alvarez was to leave City, goes to either like a Spain or like in Italy, City can still win the league. If Alvarez leaves City, City is still the favourites to win the league. Because at the end of the day, Pep still lives and this freak still exists. Remember, he had a bad season last season, a bad season. Oh, he'll be back. Based on how people were disrespecting his name, oh, he'll be back. And if Haaland gets back to his goal scoring best, oh, it's up for everybody. It's up for everybody because Haaland is coming for everybody. Haaland has smoke for all the haters who said that the guy was a one-season wonder and was washed, even if he had a so-called bad season last season. Bro, did the guy still get the freaking golden boots? So, as long as they have this guy, City are still the favorites. They're still the favorites to now say what's up. But if I'm Alvarez, I believe, and this is just me being objective, it's not me, Alvarez is a starter. He's not a bench player. He's not a squad player. He's not a rotational player. Like, this is not an image that Alvarez wants to be seen. No. I'm not coming on for someone. I'm not like a secondary choice. I'm a primary choice. I'm an option A player. And as an option A player, I should be given the respect as an option A player. So, for Alvarez, I want to be a starter. And Pep Guardiola cannot guarantee Alvarez to be a starter for City. I'm sorry. He can't be. And even if he does, so this is why I say Alvarez, Pep can say, oh yeah, I can guarantee you to be a starter, but you now have to play with Haaland. That doesn't work. The only thing with this works at Alvarez is the main striker and the main frontman, or he's playing with a guy similar to him. Because Haaland, great goal scorer, amazing goal scorer, he's a footballing brick. So an Alvarez Haaland 2, it simply doesn't work, specifically in Pep's system. So for Alvarez, it's just not an ideal situation. So either he's a bench player for Haaland, or he plays with the Haaland, which actually harms and negates his game. So for Alvarez, if I was advising, move. But the issue, though, is they're going to ask a high fee. And who, apart from an EPL team, has a high fee? Arsenal have the funds. Pep is not selling Alvarez to Arsenal. Because that would be a dumb move. That would be an extremely stupid move for Pep. You know. So I think, so the reality is, I think, just even going through it now, I think Alvarez is screwed. I don't think Alvarez leaves this summer. Because for what City will ask for, no La Liga club can afford. I'm not sure whether Alvarez will want to go to PSG. And Pep in selling him to a Premier League club, specifically a rival. So for Alvarez, I think you're screwed. Because if Alvarez does stay, you're going to be a bench player for Haaland. You play a few games, but you're not going to be a guaranteed starter because you're not the first choice striker. Haaland is the first choice striker, deservedly so. Like, and let me be real here. Even if I think that Alvarez is a better footballer than Haaland, Haaland is a better goal scorer. And I have more faith in Haaland scoring goals than Alvarez. So Haaland is a first choice striker, deservedly so, because he's earned that right. Bro, the guy lubricated the Premier League goal record in his debut season. So he deserves that spot. So for Alvarez, it is well what it is. You're just in a situation where there is a superior goal scorer to you, who is City's main guy. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. And look, all I'm saying, look, if people are confused, man, or they're undecided, look, those are boys. There's some guys in West London that want to say what's up. So, Pep, if you want to cut a deal, you gave us Palmer. You gave us Palmer, Sterling. Make it three. Make it three out of three.